And now, here's your host of Jonathan Clarke Video Blogs, the best-looking man on YouTube, and the voice of Disney's Descendants and Zombies, Jonathan Clarke.
We've been told to stay calm and zombie on. That's what the Zombies franchise has taught us over the last 7 years, and even though Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim have said goodbye, the franchise will be carried on with such a legacy at the hands of Malachi Burton and Freya Sky, which I'm really excited about. And I'm probably the most excited guy on YouTube for the future of the Zombies franchise. That be it the reason why I've been talking about zombies all today on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support you have shown and given my zombies videos. I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. The incredible amount of love and support that you have shown this YouTube channel is unbelievable to me, and I honestly don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. I really don't. I could be just some guy uploading videos on YouTube that nobody will be taking serious, nobody will be watching, nobody will be hitting the like button for or subscribing to, but you girls are outpouring your hearts to this YouTube channel, and I can't thank you enough. Or at least that seems to be the way that it is. Every day of my life I sit behind this podcast microphone with a cup of tea, and ever before I do it, I have a cup of tea. I don't ever write anything or pre-write anything for a statement to make on this YouTube channel or how to address you. I just believe the best way of doing it is speaking from your heart about how you feel about Descendants and Zombies, because you don't really need to prepare anything about, saying how you feel about Descendants and Zombies. If you are a loyal fan to the product, you're going to say nothing but good things about it, like the way that it was meant to be reviewed. For the life of me, I don't know why people are criticizing people like Freya Sky and Malachi Burton in the way that they are. I mean, they haven't even given them a chance. It brings me back to last spring when the music videos for Place to Be and Don't Mess With Us premiered just before Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampire saw its official premiere on Disney Channel, the Disney Plus. I was really excited about it. I know you were really excited about it, and then we were subjected to all this criticism at the hands of so many critics that we had never heard anything about or from before. And it really frustrated me. So what I did was I jumped on this podcast almost immediately, and I started really letting the critics have it because I wanted them to back off. I wanted them to give a chance to the Zombies cast, because the Zombies cast really still had a long way to go, especially with all these new cast members seeing their introduction into the franchise, wanting their futures secured. And I believe Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires really did that for them. But my heart really broke for them because they were subject to so much unnecessary criticism. Call it what you want, criticism, constructive criticism, unnecessary criticism. It was a really bad vibe, if I can get away with calling it that, because I think that there are so many young people who are still watching Zombies and perhaps being introduced to the franchise for the very first time, trying to make sense of it. And all I've ever wanted to do is be that guiding light to shy away from all the criticism that Zombies, in the minds of a lot of people, deserve. But it really does not deserve as much criticism as what it's been giving. I say this because the scenes they shot in the nighttime in both locations, Toronto and New Zealand, especially in New Zealand, was a tremendous amount of work ethic that had been exemplified. And I don't think that a stronger cast has ever been seen for Disney Channel and the Disney Plus than what we've seen from Descendants and Zombies. It is absolutely incredible just how much work ethic has been put forth for this, especially with how the original casts of now Descendants and both Zombies are saying goodbye to the franchise and really having the torch passed to them. We didn't see a significant moment in Descendants where the torch was passed from Mal and Evie to Red and Chloe, but we did see that in Zombies. So I think that it's more evident than ever before that while we don't know what's inside of that vortex and what's to come in Zombies 5, that there will be a future for Zombies 5, and I'm really excited about that. And I think we're going to see a stronger performance, a stronger cast that is really going to go to the distance, and I can't wait to see how this all unfolds. I really can't, because it's just a wonderful, wonderful time to be a fan of Disney. I really do believe it, because when Disney was really introducing us to the multiverse because of Marvel, I think that Disney also did a fabulous job introducing us to the sci-fi musical, which was meant to be something so spectacular. I don't even think in the minds of the writers and producers they expected it to be as spectacular as what it was. And that's not taking anything away from the Nickelodeon musical Spectacular years ago, starring Victoria Justice in one of her first breakout roles. But this really was a show, a spectacular, or at least in my mind, or for how I choose to look at it, because you had so many beautiful songs, so many beautiful duets like Someday, Dreams Come True, a song that Freya Sky performed called Go My Own Way, which was a Wilson Phillips twist, which was very different. I remember that original song from the 1980s, and now Disney turned it around for Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires. And of course that opening dance number, Legends in the Making, it brought me back to years ago when This Is Going to Be My Year first introduced genesis of the Zombies cast, which was a very powerful introduction for a very powerful cast with such a beautiful friendship between Meg Donnelly and Milo Manheim, born because of it. And this friendship has really stood the test of time. I say this because if you can have one really good friend in your lifetime and keep them for forever and hold on to that friendship and that unbreakable bond, if you can have an unbreakable bond where you can feel as if you can tell anybody anything, which is something that I've never felt that I've had in my entire life up until this point in my life, where I could host this show and have the honor of connecting with so many beautiful people. You really have something special in your life to be very grateful for. And I think that more people need to be encouraged to really hold on to something special in their lifetime, no matter if it's a dream, a friendship they never speak of with anybody or hold close to them that sometimes isn't really respected by the other individual, because it really takes 2 or 3 people to really form an incredible bond. And if you can hold on to that bond, if you can even find that bond that we saw with Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly, then you've got something very special. And I see this all the time in your videos that you're uploading on your YouTube channels. Excuse me. Every night that I host this show, I'm suffering from a zombie infection, seemingly. Oh my God, I see this in your videos that you're uploading all the time with your friends. They are absolutely beautiful. How you bond with each other, how you do, makeup, how you do your hair. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I hope that I want to encourage that you keep posting these really fabulous videos, because these really fabulous videos are really going the distance. And I think that it's really putting out there for people who have difficulty, forming bonds and creating conversation, because I've seen that too. How people sometimes, because they're introverts or because they're dealing with some medical condition that's kind of hidden from the world, that I think more awareness can be raised for. I think that and some people just necessarily struggle with this all the time, and my heart really goes out to people. So the way I look at it is, if you're somebody that has a really strong bond with somebody and you can teach somebody how to form a strong bond with someone, or be that one friend for somebody that's with them every single time, then you've really got something special to be proud of. You really do. And I think that's what Zombies has desperately tried to teach us over the years, and I have a profound amount of respect for that, and I have a profound amount of respect for the friendships that have been created and derived from Zombies. It is truly unbelievable and unprecedented for all the time that Zombies has really changed our lives and had a significant impact on all of our lives. And I know that the impact that Zombies and Descendants has left on my heart is one that I'm never ever going to forget, because it brought me to all of you. It led me to all of you, if anything. And now I have the honor of being able to sit behind this podcast microphone every night of my life for at least 25 minutes to a half an hour every single time that I record a show, and talk about it in a way that it was meant to be talked about. Initially, I had planned to have 4 videos out today, but the Superman premiere ran a little bit longer, so hopefully you can forgive me for that. Tomorrow morning, I will be back again with another podcast, and I'm going to have a whole lot of fun where that one goes. But I just want to let each and every one of you know that this show will forever and always be here for you. Now, I know a couple of years ago, a lot of stuff got in the way in my personal life, and I had to go away for a couple of years. And more recently, I had to go away for a few months. But I want you to know that this show will always and forever be here for you to help you make sense of Descendants of Zombies. And I say this because Freya Skye and Malachi Burton have fabulous futures with the Zombies franchise. You know, you can really take it or leave it, and that's what my opinion is, and I'm really going to stay with that opinion for forever and never shy away from it. But they really do have fabulous futures with the Zombies and Descendants franchise, because I think that this is really going to allow them to really break out in the way that they were meant to be broken out, and I think it's something that is going to be absolutely spectacular that a lot of people are going to never ever forget and feel inspired by. I think that was seen at the Worlds Collide Tour, when these emotional connections were formed between Freya Skye, for instance, and the audience. Kylie Cantrell and the audience. Kylie wanted the opportunity to go crowd surfing. I'm not sure if she got the opportunity to go crowd surfing or not. I myself have wanted to partake in crowd surfing, although I never took myself up on the opportunity to actually go through with that. Maybe I'll follow through with one of my dreams becoming a reality very soon. I really don't know. But I think it is absolutely fabulous. These connections between the stars of the show and the audience is formed, and I think that when they communicate with each other in such a way that you did at the Worlds Collide Tour, you see something special in them, and you do it because you see something special in them. You see that it factor shining through all the time. And because you see that, you know there's going to be something special for them in the very near future. And I'm really excited to cover this. I don't want to see these 2 franchises end anytime soon. To be honest with each and every one of you, I think they are stronger casts than ever we've seen before in the Descendants of Zombies franchises. And I say this because, was Dove Cameron as strong and as fearless as what Kylie Cantrell was? While it can be argued that she was, Was Dove Cameron ever there for you as much as what Kylie Control has been over the last 5 years? No. Was Dove Cameron as connective with each and every one of you? While that can be argued also, I don't think she really was. Because Dove Cameron never hosted her own YouTube show. Kylie Control always wanted to be on YouTube. Always wanted to have the opportunity to put a smile on your face. And she had that opportunity. She was given that opportunity in so many unspeakable ways. And I admire Kylie Control so much for giving us the opportunity and the chance to really get to know her for the person she was, which was something that Dove Cameron never really got to do until she got away from Disney and claimed on podcasts that she just so desperately wanted to leave her Disney past behind her because of all the restrictions she was under or may have felt, all the pressure that she may have felt or may have been under, all the criticism she received for her relationships with McCartan and Doherty, which I really let them have it for because of it. I was really out for Ryan McCartan and Thomas Doherty because I think a lot of people were reviewing it because they loved what they were seeing and what they were getting the most of the relationship for. If you're not seeing a positive vibe from that relationship, then I think they had no business reviewing it, but I think they were just looking for gossip and they were looking for celebrity juice, and they found that in the relationships with Ryan McCartan and Thomas Doherty, and they really squeezed it to the last drop. You know how when life gives you lemons, you have to squeeze it to the last drop? Well, that's really what a reviewer on YouTube does when they're looking for celebrity gossip. Perez Hilton has done it for years, and I've had my issues with Perez Hilton, and we all know where they lie, and my opinions of Perez Hilton and how far they go, because I really let Perez Hilton have it also, too, on this podcast. Perez Hilton, Logan Paul, Donald Trump, I haven't shied away from that, while I've been giving the benefit to people like Lindsay Lohan, Jessica Simpson, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, now Dove Cameron, Peyton List. Peyton List, by the way, is absolutely beautiful, and I think that she could have had something to do with the Descendants franchise, too. I just want to put that in there because I've been watching Peyton List for forever, since her days on Jesse and Bunked. Beautiful girl. I think that Ruby Rose Turner's time with the franchise, as I've often said many times on this show, was very short-lived, and there could have been more of a maximum potential realized for Ruby Rose Turner's character Bridget because of the exemplification of kindness, which is something that I can never seem to get enough of from Ruby Rose Turner. Ruby Rose Turner was a beautiful person with such a kind soul and a kind heart, and it was really in the right place for Ruby. And I think that if you can have a soul that is as kind as what Ruby Rose Turner is and is as genuine as what someone like Kylie Contrell is, then this franchise is really going to go places. And they don't deserve to come down off of their pedestals because of all the criticism that they may or may not be receiving, because opinions variate, and that's what creates diversity. And oftentimes I've appreciated diversity, but I just couldn't appreciate the diversity of opinions when being thrown the way of Kylie Contrell and Meg Donnelly, because people just wouldn't let go. If they saw an issue with Kylie Contrell's boyfriend, they wouldn't let go of it. I wanted to kick his ass. I wanted to kick the ass of Thomas Doherty and Ryan McCartan more times than I ever gave credit for. And I had to apologize for some of the stuff that I said, but I think I was justified in saying that, and that's why I got away with it. Because I think that these girls have a right to speak, and they were given voices to use. And if they can't use their voice, and they can't have a right to speak, then I really don't know why people choose to criticize them all the time. They do it to try to shut them up. But I think the more vocal that people like Kylie Contrell and Ruby Rose Turner are, the stronger they will become and the bigger of a force they will be to be reckoned with. And I'm really excited to sit behind this podcast microphone and review it in a way that it's been meant to be reviewed for forever. I'm really excited about the future of the Descendants and Zombies franchises because we don't know what was inside of that vortex. That's one way of looking at it. But we also don't know how the relationship between Malachi Burton and Freya Sky's characters, Victor and Nova, is going to evolve. You know, years ago in English class, the teacher looked at me and she said, use one word to describe this situation. It was a chapter in the book Dracula, and I used the word evolve. It was the first word that came to mind. And this is the same kind of analogy that I can provide for you for this relationship. While we can spend the next 3 years wondering what's inside of that vortex and be driven absolutely insane over wondering of what's inside of that vortex, I think we should be focusing on the development and the evolution, if you would, of the friendship and relationship between Kylie Contrell and Mila Baker to come, and the friendships between Malachi Burton and Freya Sky. Because these friendships are beautiful, not only on the camera, but off the camera. Very beautifully done, very beautifully portrayed. And I'm really excited to see where we go from here with that. I'm really excited to see where we go from here with that, because there's so much of a special vibe that I get from it. And I can't help but be excited about the future and to be here to have the honor to cover it for you. Because, you know, I don't really want to be like those other reviewers on YouTube that go out of their way to, you know, say something so negative about a star that you love so much. I don't want to have to do that because I see something very special They have very unique qualities that have separated them from every other celebrity that I may have talked about over the years. And I've talked about a lot of celebrities over the years on this podcast. I've talked about Jessica Simpson. I've talked about Selena Gomez. Lord knows I've talked about Miley Cyrus and Emily Osment, about their on-again, off-again relationship as friends. They never hit it off into the production of the Hannah Montana movie years ago. And we didn't really see that beautiful of a friendship between anybody in Disney. Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez, which had issues. Taylor Swift's issues with Selena Gomez. We've heard and seen so much about these celebrities, and I think it's just this negative vibe that the tabloids love to get out of every friendship or relationship that we see. But we're not seeing that so much with this. So the only thing they can do is say that Mila Baker and Kylie Cantrell are in an opposite relationship. Is that really the best you've got? Can we please just leave these girls alone? And if they want to be friends, then let them be friends. And just leave them alone. If they want to hang out and have a slumber party every night of their life, I think that's going to be absolutely incredible. I think that is going to be something to be very proud of in years to come. I think that people are never ever going to forget the imprint that they've left on their lives. And I think that because of Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker now, girls are stronger than they've ever been before. And I think that's something to be very proud of. I'm really excited to see where the future takes us with Descendants and Zombies, because I think more valuable life lessons are going to be learned from this. I think more people are going to have more things to take away from it. And I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited to see a movie where both Descendants and Zombies come together. And who's to say that won't happen between now and 2027? I mean, if you're running out of ideas, supposedly, which I really believe they're not, especially when you talk about the supernatural aspect of this and how many characters could see their introduction into the franchise alone from all the supernatural creatures who have yet to be focused on, like gargoyles and unicorns, and seeing the supposed introductions of mermaids while it still has to be confirmed. But I did see a video a while ago where Milo Manheim spoke about being the producer of Zombies and being really excited about it, and he kind of teased and gave it away that we are going to be seeing mermaids. I can kind of confirm for you that there will be mermaids in Zombies 5. I don't know how it's going to be derived, I guess out of that vortex, but I really believe that we're going to see mermaids in this one if we do see any supernatural creature at all. And I'm a really big fan of this because I was always a huge supporter and a huge fan of mermaids. I always wanted to date a girl who was a mermaid, and I really want to get the most out of this opportunity for being a fan of Descendants and Zombies, because I think that mermaids will give us a chance to really see the horizons of this franchise really broadened. I think that it's something that's going to be very special. It's going to be something that we are all going to be really excited about, and it's going to create a lot of conversation. It's going to create an absolute buzz on the internet. I look forward to, as the release window is suggesting 2027, by 2027, all the conversation that's going to be derived. If we do have to wait, in fact, 3 years for this to have something come of it, I'm really, as the sun is set now in all of our lives, it's really beautiful out there tonight. I'm looking forward to hearing what your guys' opinions is of this, what directions this will be taken in. And I for one, I'm just so proud to be here, because I was never a full-time YouTube creator. I was never somebody who had a whole lot of attention given to him until now. I just started uploading Descendants and Zombies videos probably last year, and probably 10 years ago when I was at the heights of my career. My career was really coming to an end. I was posting the occasional review of Descendants and Zombies, not so as much as I am now, but I do know that Descendants and Zombies has really changed my life, and really changed my life for the better. It gave me a whole new perspective on life and really taught me to be a better person and be a kinder person. And I really believe that because of Descendants and Zombies, I am a far kinder person than what I ever was. And a lot of that has to do with Ruby Rose Turner. A lot of that has to do with Meg Donnelly. It is truly unbelievable how much of a profound impact that Descendants and Zombies has really given us on our lives, and I'm really excited to see where we go from here with that. And I just want to be here. If you guys will do me the honor of allowing me to be the voice of Descendants and Zombies for just a little while longer, I'm really excited to see where the future takes us. I really am. I know that we're going to be faced with a lot of criticism, and I'm ready to take that on. I'm ready to take on the world for each and every one of you, because as I proudly said, I will, if I have to, I will sit here on this podcast every night of my life, and I will be faced with constructive criticism, and I will take bullets for each and every one of you. I really will. And I look forward to really seeing something special with Descendants and Zombies. Something far more special than we've ever seen from characters portrayed by Meg Donnelly and Kylie Cantrell, because these new characters have something really special. And something really special I think that we're all going to remember. It's undoubtedly history that we're all going to be a part of. It's history in the making, and we are all going to be a part of it. That was a saying that I used for a lot of reviews that I did years ago, but it really is history in the making that we are all going to be a part of. They said legends in the making in the lyrics of the song "Legends in the Making," but I really do believe this is an unbelievable amount of history that we are all going to be a part of, and is a far more powerful franchise, no matter if you're talking about Descendants or Zombies, than High School Musical and Hannah Montana ever was. That's what's so incredible about it. And I'm really looking forward to see where we go from here, and I'm really looking forward to seeing just how special these franchises have yet to become. Because you guys really did show up at the Worlds Collide Tour, and I give you a profound amount of credit for having done that, because a lot of people just showed up at the Worlds Collide Tour with one sole purpose in mind, one goal in mind, if you would, and that was to review it negatively. And I couldn't stand that. What I wanted to see was something so powerful happen for Descendants and Zombies, and that was a really cool vibe, a really cool presence, and you girls really showed up. You weren't showing up to videotape it, to criticize it with your phones or your cameras like a lot of big-time YouTube creators were. You were just there to have a good time and to support your favorite Descendants and Zombies stars, and for that, I can't say thank you enough. And I'm saying it because I know a lot of YouTube creators out there are not going to give you the time or the benefit of the doubt by saying thank you. For what happened and what we saw at the Worlds Collide Tour. I saw it on YouTube, and I really reviewed it for what it was worth. A fabulous show. And I look forward to reviewing Descendants and Zombies in the very near future. It seems really far away, but a 3-year window in due time will elapse, and something special will be seen from that. And I can't wait. I really can't wait to see where we go from here. I really can't. I'm so proud of each and every one of you for being so supportive of these two franchises and being so supportive of a guy who seems to suffer from a zombie infection every night of his life and every morning of his life when he records a video about Descendants and Zombies. I'm really excited to see where we go from here with the future, and I'm really excited to just be a part of it with all of you. Because you girls could have never subscribed to this YouTube channel. That was the amazing thing. But you saw a hero in me, if not the voice of Descendants and Zombies. You really did see a hero. And you took a chance on me when you really didn't have to. And that was something so honorable for you to do. You showed me so much respect, and the least I can do for you as a reviewer of Descendants and Zombies is show you that same amount of profound respect that we both had mutually for each other for the last year. This YouTube channel premiered on August 5th, 2024. It is now August 16th, 2025, and I have over 3,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, whom I can't thank enough for just being here. Because some of the very first subscribers that I put up on this YouTube channel are still here, and I can't believe that. You know, I know that I suffer from a zombie infection. I live near a soda plantation and a chemical plant in a house that I just randomly found and kind of just showed up in. I thought it was the perfect opportunity to create a bunch of Descendants and Zombies videos, and I like to believe that I did that for each and every one of you. And I had a lot of success doing it, and I had a whole lot of fun doing it too. Because if I didn't create this channel, we would never have been brought together. It's an appreciation for this that's really brought us all together, and an opportunity that I will never ever forget. So the plan is tomorrow morning, bright and early, I will come at you with another Descendants and Zombies video. I think we'll focus some more on Descendants. Tomorrow, probably turn things back over to Zombies before the end of the day. I know every video today has been about Zombies, but I'm just as excited as each and every one of you about the future of Zombies and where it takes us. I don't know what's inside of that vortex. I'm only speculating. It's going to be mermaids, but a lot of people think it's going to be, if it's not mermaids, sirens, witches. There's a whole lot of different directions this could be taken in, but I'm really proud to be alongside each and every one of you for the ride, because it's going to be an incredible ride over the next 3 years, and I, for one, am really excited about it and really grateful to be a part of it. I really am. Thank you so much for being a part of something so special, so spectacular, and I can't wait to see where we go from here. I'm excited about the future just as much as each and every one of you are. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your lives, to allow me to come into your lives, your family's lives, what have you, and to have reviewed Descendants and Zombies in the way that I believe, for one, that it's been meant to be reviewed for a far long enough time. And I look forward to doing the exact same thing all over again tomorrow morning. As we look at the same moon tonight and the same stars, know that somewhere in that constellation, the words "I love you" are written. You may have to look a little bit harder than some people to find it, but the words "I love you" are written in that constellation. And just know this, I am looking at that same moon and those same constellations as you are tonight. And I want you to know that my heart is forever and always with you. You hold a special place in my heart for how much love and support you have shown this YouTube channel when you really didn't have to. And I will never forget you because of it. You will have a profound impact on my heart for the rest of my life. And if I live to be 100, you will never know how much I appreciate each and every one of you for just being here and being so incredibly supportive as you have been. So what do you say you go watch some Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, come back tomorrow and tell me all about it. Tell me who your favorite characters are, your favorite moments, what they were, what you look forward to the most about the future, and what could be inside of that vortex. I'm really excited to find out if indeed it is mermaids, if indeed it is pirates, if indeed it is something like a gargoyle or a unicorn. It could really be anything, even witches I'd go for now at this point. But I'm just incredibly supportive of this and so grateful to be here because this is an honor you girls have given me. You gave me my career back, if not my life even. I can't even believe this happened for me overnight. Thank you guys so much for having made me a celebrity overnight. I love you so much. Bye, YouTube. Be kind to one another, and we will do this again bright and early tomorrow morning.